Hey Card Sharks, I'm Buddy, the community manager for Akupara Games, and today I'd like to introduce you to the ins and outs, the ups and downs, the side to sides of Kardboard Kings. Welcome to Buddy Gets Rich. In this episode, I want to round out everything else. 2 weeks ago, I explained the cards and how to buy them. Last episode, I explained reputation and how to sell cards for lots of money. And here, I just want to hit on a bunch of stuff in the game, more or less as quick as I can. Rapid fire, let's go. First up, if you got all the money in the world, you're just flush with cash. You're selling cards, $100, $200, just tons and tons of money. One thing you can sink all that money into is decorations. You get decorations in two ways. One, you can just buy them off the store. Decorations will always have something on sale every day, so if you really want to hunt for the deals, you can just check in when you're buying cards, but there's just a ton of stuff to buy out of the store. It's like the quickest way to get decorations for your shop. The other way to get decorations is from Declan, who I talked about last video. Declan's thing is he really wants you to have a goal for your shop, like buy a certain number of cards, or sell a card for a really high price, or get a certain amount of reputation. When you complete that goal, he's going to have a little gift for you as a treat for being a good shop owner. That gift is going to be a decoration, right? And it gets added to your inventory. Decorations are there to let you customize your store. If you want to get rid of that ratty wood flooring, right, you can replace that with tile or a carpet or something else that looks nice, right? And you can fill your store with a bunch of unique stuff that looks cool and looks good. There aren't any gameplay stats associated with any of this. It is purely there just to help you make a shop that you think looks aesthetically pleasing. Okay, so that's decorations. Next up, let's talk about some of the events that you can schedule. The game has three kinds of events. Number one, there are booster drafts. Number two, there are tournaments. And number three, there are clearance sales. Booster drafts are the first, and they're easy. When a set goes live, you can schedule a booster draft with you and your friends. The tidbit here that's neat is you can get a feel for what kinds of cards are in the pack that you're picking up. So if you're paying attention to what's rising and falling in price in the calendar, you can make a killing by picking up boosters that will appreciate in value. Tournaments, on the other hand, are a little more complicated. When you schedule a tournament, you select two sets in the game that are like the legal sets for the tournament. Players can only make decks out of those cards. The cool thing is those sets are going to rise in value over the next few days as the tournament gets closer, right? People are putting those cards in their decks, so they want to buy those cards. Then, when the tournament itself takes place, you get to make a call on which deck is going to win, and if you get it right, you get some reputation. Tournaments will also affect card prices after they're over as well, so they're a really neat tool that allow you specifically to manufacture demand for the cards in your collection. Like, one of the best ways to use tournaments is to make the tournament legal sets cards that you have a lot of in your collection and you want to sell down. And then finally, we have clearance sales. Clearance sales let you exchange cards for a little bit of money and reputation. They're not there to make you a ton of cash. They're more to help you empty out your collection and also give you a bunch of rep because you're going to be selling these cards for cheap. The further out you schedule the sale, the more cards you sell in that sale. The big thing for clearance sales is to only do them when you've got nothing to lose. If you're sitting on a shiny Inugame head because you think this thing, it's gonna appreciate so much value, you're gonna sell it for a boatload of money. Well, odds are that card is getting sold in your clearance sale and you're gonna be at $100 dues. So if you have no cards that you're unwilling to part with, that was a really weird sentence. If you have cards that you don't really care about, it's a good time to schedule a clearance sale. Okay, I got two more things I want to cover before we close out this series. The legendary cards and the binder. And, look, I know you came here because the video said Buddy Gets Rich, but this isn't the part about making money. You're not going to make any money off of the legendary cards or the binder. What binder, you ask? Well, on the table in the middle of the shop, there's a binder where you can slot in any mint condition card into its appropriate spot. And once it's in there for good. You can't take it back out and sell it again. You can also put shiny cards in there. And so you can see I have a regular Tamzarino in here, but there's also a shiny one in my inventory. Well, I can take that shiny Tamzarino and pop it in right on top of the regular mint condition card, which you might want to do, because there is in fact an achievement for filling the binder with shiny cards. There is also an achievement for getting all 6 legendary cards in the game. Now, these ones, I'm keeping it secret, no spoilers, right? All I'll say about the legendary cards is that they are not random. They spawn under very specific conditions, and you might be able to buy, trade, or be gifted one of the legendary cards when those conditions are met. If you want to decode that secret for yourself, please feel free to do so. Though you can always get a little help from some of our investigative players in the Kardboard Kings Discord. And I think that's a wrap on Buddy Gets Rich. For now. We have more content planned for Kardboard Kings in the not too distant future, and I'll probably show off what some of that looks like in a new episode down the line. For now though, Kardboard Kings is out now on, wow, I just said now like 4 times in a row. Kardboard Kings is out now on Steam, GOG, and the Epic Games Store. If you have any questions about the game's mechanics or how to get the last legendary card, please feel free to come hang out with me in the Kardboard Kings Discord. Otherwise, I hope you have a great time managing your shop. Cheers.